What's up, fans? Me, Rackbro, back at you with another reaction. And today's reaction is counting down the top 10 most awkward live TV moments in US history. Pretty much, there's many awkward, funny moments on live TV that has happened, and these are the top 10. So let's get down to the video because that's why you're here. Let's go.
These folks probably could have used a 7-second delay to help cover their faux pas.
Oh, Steve, I remember that moment because I reacted to it. Hope you guys.
Kanye and T-Swift.
Oh.
One of the great pleasures
I
of
remember watching
this
with a bunch of my friends.
engaging in a disagreement over the chosen
interested in the
recipient for an
MTV
award.
Music Awards,
Typically, this involves you yelling towards the TV and the ceremony going on entirely unperturbed.
Awful,
but what happens when an attending guest
hilarious
opts to
on
offer their
Kanye
own
West,
opposition? Millions of
why
viewers
would you
of the
do that?
2009 MTV Video Music Awards witnessed this exact scenario.
But what
as
makes it
Kanye
worse is
West
that he said that
came on
Beyonce
stage
should have won.
to interrupt Taylor
messed
Swift's
up.
acceptance speech upon being awarded Best Female
Yeah,
Video,
exactly.
and to suggest that Beyonce should have won for Single Ladies. The incident has become something of
why.
pop culture legend.
Kanye,
with
just
West's
sit down.
infamous,
Sit down,
"I'ma
Kanye.
let you finish"
Ooh, I love
line
that meme.
spawning countless memes. Harvey's slip. A successful game show
I remember
host,
this
talk show
moment
host, and
because I
stand-up
reacted
comic,
to this
Steve
moment
Harvey seemed
and
like
it
an
was
easy,
hilarious.
non-controversial choice as the host
I love
of the
you, Steve Harvey, but
2015
you
Miss
shouldn't be
Universe
making
pageant.
these
But
mistakes.
in the show's ultimate
How many
moment
years
of
have you
truth,
had
as
on
Miss
TV
Universe was set
and
to
you
be
never made
crowned,
mistakes?
Harvey
Well, I don't know.
erroneously announced runner-up Miss Colombia as the event winner rather than Miss Philippines,
Miss
the
Philippines,
rightful
you were
winner. A
beautiful.
few minutes later, amidst pomp, circumstance, and even an official crowning of Miss Colombia, Harvey had to cop to his mistake and announce the real Miss Universe. Apparently, pageant organizers somehow weren't too upset at this flub, as he has agreed to a multi-year contract to continue on as host.
Ooh.
Ashley gets
He's gonna mess up
busted.
again.
It's said that the
Ashley
use of a
gets
backup vocal track is a common practice for pop artists, particularly while performing televised sample gigs to promote a new album. Still, the Saturday Night Live audience in attendance for an October show in 2004 wasn't looking for an insider perspective on the live music process when Ashley Simpson's backup track malfunctioned and revealed her lip-syncing ways. When her hit song Pieces of Me
No.
began playing prematurely and left Simpson and her backup band exposed, she had little to do but perform an awkward jig while still in the spotlight. The mistake was a costly one, as fans were angered and Simpson was bumped from her lofty perch of stardom soon after.
That's sad. That's
Carl
not a good moment to
Lewis's
get
anthem.
caught on lip singing, but
The national anthem is a consistent
things
staple of the pregame portion of live sporting events, something that you aren't even likely to really notice unless things go badly. Roseanne's disrespectful take on the Star-Spangled Banner in 1990 at the Jack Murphy Stadium springs immediately to mind. But still, it's hard to top the debacle that was Olympic hero Carl Lewis trying his hand at the anthem during the 1993 NBA Finals series between the Chicago Bulls and the Phoenix Suns. Lewis, attempting to launch a music career, did not merely possess a fingernails on a chalkboard voice, but even acknowledge his failings by shouting, "Uh-oh," and "I'll make up for that" during the lackluster performance.
I gotta see that now. That's pretty funny.
It
Messing
made
up
for
the national-
gripping television when in Fort Collins, Colorado in 2009, the Heen family reported to authorities and media outlets that they had launched a UFO-shaped gas balloon with their 6-year-old
Oh,
son
I heard
Falcon
about this,
having
but
mistakenly
yeah, the
snuck
6-year-old was
inside.
never
Too
in there.
bad it was all a sham. In reality, the
remember that.
balloon boy was never trapped in the floating vessel at all, instead hiding in the attic all along. In a live interview with Wolf Blitzer on Larry King Live amid suspicions over the legitimacy of the story, the family's hoax came completely undone when Falcon spoke up by saying, "We did this for the show." Falcon's admission was a costly one for his parents, who both faced felony charges.
What the hell?
Capone's empty vault. It seems like a fairly fundamental lesson in Television 101 that if you offer a heavily promoted special based on a tantalizing reveal, you better make sure that the reveal comes with at least a somewhat satisfying payoff. There was no such luck for Geraldo Rivera, who was attempting to regain his place in the spotlight after his 1985 firing from ABC when he hosted a live special showcasing the opening of a secret vault once owned by Al Capone. After teasing the possible finding of bodies or money, all that emerged from the search were piles of dirt and empty bottles. After the search, an egg on his face,
Really?
Rivera was left to awkwardly concede defeat and seemed eager to get off camera.
Rivera? He has my last name.
Weak research,
Are we related?
Kathy.
I hope not.
Having
'Cause
funny
they were
man
making
Martin
fun of you.
Short appear on the Today Show to promote his voice work in Madagascar 3 seemed like a perfectly harmless, safe, and entertaining sit-down opportunity. It would have helped, however, if co-host Kathy Lee Gifford had done even a basic level of research. After chatting about Short's son graduating college, Gifford moved on to asking about the comedian's wife, unaware that she had died of ovarian cancer 2 years prior. To his credit, Short took the painful line of questioning in stride, waiting until the commercial break to correct her glaring error. It was only when Gifford apologized after the break that the mistake was made known.
Ooh, that's
F it,
kinda bad.
I quit. For disgruntled employees,
Fuck
it was
it,
a
I
true-to-life
quit.
dream scenario of someone going out in a blaze of
Good.
glory. For the news-watching TV audience, it was a stunning moment of, did that really just happen? While reporting on a story about an illegal marijuana club for Anchorage, Alaska's KTVA network, Charlo Green dropped the metaphorical and literal microphone by admitting her role as the owner of the marijuana club before closing with the now iconic words, F it, I quit. The camera then cuts to a clearly shell-shocked anchor who stumbles over attempts to both cut to commercial and apologize for the offensive language used.
Fuck it, I
Weigh-in
quit.
boner.
Oh my
The
god.
bantamweight fight between Will
I don't think I have
Campuzano
seen
and
that. I
Sergio
want to
Pettis
now.
was well down the line of the UFC 167, but their head-to-head still managed to be the talk of the televised pre-fight weigh-in. With both fighters stripped down to their underwear in order to give a fairly accurate weight, Campuzano was shown to be a little overly excited for the upcoming showdown,
No.
revealing a noticeable erection poorly hidden by his white boxer briefs. No matter what Campuzano does for the remainder of his UFC career, the poor guy will now forever be known for his boner at the UFC 167 weigh-in.
Ooh, imagine you gotta fight the
The
guy
job of a
right in
sideline
front of you,
reporter is
but
often a
you
difficult,
got a boner,
underappreciated
so
one,
I
as they are
don't know what
typically
you're
asked to
gonna do.
corral insightful information
That's
out
actually
of
pretty funny.
uninterested sports figures who are instead
beat you
focused
up
on a game
tomorrow,
at hand.
but
For
as soon as this
ESPN's
boner goes
Susie
away.
Colbert, however, the problem was an
That would be funny.
entirely different one during a 2003 broadcast of a New York Jets football game. Interviewing legendary Jets quarterback Joe Namath, Colbert's questions fell by the wayside as an intoxicated Namath expressed his desire to kiss her and claimed that he couldn't care less about the team struggling.
What?
Alright folks, that's our video. Do you remember any of these?
Well guys, that was the top 10 most awkward live TV moments that in history we have seen, and I couldn't have agreed most of all that these were the top 10 awkward moments, because I remember watching them when I was younger and they just blew my mind, especially the Taylor Swift one and recently the Steve Harvey one, maybe like half a year ago already. Man, time flew by real fast. Because I remember making that video like, I don't know, 6 months ago? Oh well. But like always, these were just fun, awkward, scary, and sexual moments. Just like the UFC fighter who fought his opponent with a boner. Nah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he didn't fight him with a boner. Well, you never know. Well guys, if you guys agree with this list, leave it down in the comments what you guys thought. And if you guys love my reaction to it, also hit that like button. And if you guys want to see more of me, hit the subscribe button as well. And I hope I react with you guys next time on Reaction Bro. So like always, peace out.